What's up, everybody? Joneser here on the Motu Joneser channel. So we've got a Teela Zoar here today, but before we get into that, I've got something real special here. My buddy Radical Toys worked really hard on it, and he got me and Lyric a new intro. So without further ado, what's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy.
Let's do this.
Well, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I gotta give that shout out to Radical Toys again. There, Adam, you did a great job supporting this channel and working on that. I really appreciate it. Lyric especially liked the part where you got to play Luke Skywalker and jump out at the audience, and I really enjoyed the homage to the original He-Man appearance in DC Comics where he battles Superman. Well, anyway, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, especially if you like Masters of the Universe content or comic books. I'm buried in nerdy junk, and I never run out of things to show you. We got Grizzlore coming soon, a whole bunch of Masterverse and Origins I haven't got to yet, and piles of comic books. So plenty of nerdy content to come. So come back for all of that. But for right now, we're going to dive into Teela and Zoar. All right, well, to understand Zoar, I'm going to have to take you back to 1983 Mattel. Now, there's the original Zoar in its original box. And back then, it also had a 2-pack with Teela. So there's a little time travel for you. But we got to go even further back to a line called Big Jim. You see, Big Jim had an eagle character. Now, Mattel, running out of tooling and tooling money, needed some new characters or new figures for their Masters of the Universe line, so they borrowed the Big Jim character for Zoar and for Screech, who was also used. Same bird, same mold. They also had a perch and some armor for the eagle, so we'll have to check that out when we get this one out of the box. Now, Zoar was the sorceress. It was her form when she wasn't at Grayskull. She had to be an eagle, or a falcon, rather. Now, in the original concept art, the sorceress looked very different. And they used a character in the original mini-comics called the Green Goddess. And it had the same body mold as Teela. And I think this was Mattel's way of getting a little sneaky trick and getting 2 figures out of one, because they ultimately ended up releasing Teela and then giving her the Green Goddess armor and then not making her green. And then they ended up making the sorceress different in the cartoon anyway. Now, Teela was the daughter of the sorceress, and an unnamed character that we never saw in the Filmation cartoon. We only got the cryptic thing from Man-at-Arms saying, "Your father was the bravest man I ever knew. He sacrificed his life so all Eternians could live in peace." And so we never knew who the father was. Only that Man-at-Arms has adopted her, and he trained her and took her on as his own. And I always felt like that was really special, you know, that it almost gave them more of a bond because he wasn't really her father, but he was the only parent that she ever knew. Due to the sorceress's obligations at Castle Grayskull, she could not raise a child. And so Teela had Man-at-Arms for a parent. Well, that was my deep dive into Teela and Zoar, and without further ado, we're going to free them from the box. Well, all right, here's our Teela and here's our Zoar, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick up-close look and personal of the box itself. I thought it was pretty neat, this little picture here, the kid with the bird wings flapping. And then it looks like Teela's got some gold or yellow weapons rather than the red with the yellow sword there. And The top of the box here with the artwork looks pretty cool. You got to shout out that Axel Jimenez who does the artwork for this stuff. It is awesome. And on the side here, we got a little picture of Castle Grayskull there, which I thought was a neat touch. On the side, you've got some weird little creature thing. And on that side, pretty much nothing. And then on this back side here, we've got the cross cell, which we've got the Roton, which I'm still trying to hunt down. Randor, which I have coming Monday. Snout Spout, we already opened. Whiplash, I have coming Monday. Mini Comic Trap Jaw, I passed on. Leech, we already opened. And Digitino from the Sunman characters, I passed on. I typically pass on the Sunman characters. They're not Masters of the Universe to me, in my opinion. Now, on the top of this, we've got some stunning artwork here, you know, with Zoar flying into your living room there, and there's Teela off to the side battling the sorceress, Grayskull in the background, and then here over here we've got Screech, which I thought was super cool. And I've seen some pictures and some rumor and innuendo that we're going to get a 2-pack of Screech with Evil Lynn, so we'll have to wait and see if that happens. Well, all right, there's our Teela and Zoar out of the box, and they are looking snazzy. I had to put Teela on this little stand here as she was kind of difficult to stand on my little white cloth table. I'm not really sure how I feel about this little yellow staff thing. I may have preferred the red one, but I definitely dig this sword, which this is very cool. I like the detail on it. It's a little different of a shade skin color from the original Origins release, and the hair is a little different with the ponytail, and you can slip the armor under the ponytail like that, which is pretty cool. I'll show you how that works. You just kind of slide it underneath there. Oh, geez. It's a little tight, but there we go. And yeah, I think she's got a very good look to her, and I enjoy her very much. I would compare her to the original Origins one, but since I got this one, I gave my original Origins one to Lyric. So, Masters of the Universe is for sharing. That's right. Yes, that's right. And anyways, now we've gotten to this Zoar here, and here he is on the stand, which the little feet slide right off the stand there, and I got the little armor on him, which looks pretty cool. And he's got this little button switch deal here on the foot, which makes the wings do the flappy do. Reet, 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 right in your living room. Well, and then there's a little hook here, which you can unhook that and then slip this armor off. Oh, geez. Little tricky, but there you go. And then there's our Zoar without the armor. That is just really satisfying. The wings have a really like rubbery feel to them, which is kind of cool. I can't really tell you if that's how the original vintage one was or not, because I did not and do not have a vintage Zoar. That's one of the few vintage pieces I've yet to pick up. So I don't have a Zoar or a Screech, so I'm going to have to get on that. But there they are. And that is Teela and Zoar 2-pack. So if you enjoyed this review, please check our previous videos as we've reviewed just about everything else we've got thus far. I do have a Mattel Creations Grizzlor, which bumped the table there, which could be opening up soon, or I may go for King Randor or Whiplash, as they're supposed to come in the mail tomorrow. Yeah, I do have plenty of other Origins figures and Masterverse figures I have yet to open from previous waves too. So anyways, Jones are out.